What did I get out of the car and say to you, apparently?
Well, so when he pulled in first, he goes, how much fuel did you put in the car? I said, enough for you to make it because it wasn't going to make it. Well, he goes, oh, what's the fuel problem? I'm like, no, it's not that. I can pretty much assure you it's not that. And then he looks right at me and goes, you're a stupid motherfucker.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Faison'S Nation podcast. Today, we are joined by none other than co-host Chris Baird, and then we also have Chase Byron here, and we are in the brand new CJ Faison Incorporated Studios that is almost finished. The walls are white. They're supposed to be, nice and vibrant colors of black and white, and they're not that yet. So we're working on that.
Great wording. So vibrant
colors.
Vibrant of white and black.
Yeah, well, it's a good contrast in here. So, we just come off of what was supposed to be my dad's memorial race. It got rained out at Bridgeport Speedway, and we went and tested. They had a Friday night test, and then the race was supposed to be Saturday. So we were just recapping this. A lot of you like our race recap podcast, where we kind of talk some and stir some up in the racing world. That's what I'm good at anyway. So if you've been in it the past couple of weeks, you've known about it. So it is what it is. It sucks because I didn't get paid for that. Usually I get paid for clicks, views, and comments, but, not that time.
What happened?
We won't talk.
Something happened?
Yeah, but we're not going to it because I'm not giving anybody their 15 minutes of fame that they're looking for. So let's talk about this because, this past weekend, I guess it didn't take long from what I'm understanding. I was only on 3 phone calls this morning that were like racing related, and every single one of them were like, you broke the track record at Bridgeport? I'm like, I guess so.
Yeah, well, technically we did, but technically you didn't because it has to be an official race night to break the track record.
That's unfortunate. We just got to go do that this, upcoming race.
Yeah, the next race at Bridgeport.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Everybody is. They are this year. If you race Mid-Atlantic, I would just stay the home. It's not even worth it.
Let's talk about this, right? We go out there for a test, and I'm normally the type whenever we build a new car.
Well, let's start before that. The chassis just came back from being all done up, and we basically put it together in 2 days.
2 days,
2 days, 3 days. FedEx messed up the engine when they actually drop shipped it.
FedEx dropped the motor. FedEx literally, I'm sorry, I love you, FedEx, but this time, y'all kind of dicked up a little bit here. There's so much damage to this motor. They literally drop shipped the motor.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, Chase built the chassis this year.
Yep.
Design.
Byron built chassis, all designed by you. Mm-hmm. We go out there, first time cracked at it, and broke the track record within 2 sessions of practice.
Yeah, I was actually probably more nervous than you were.
Well, you didn't seem that way, I even asked Chase, because every time we build a new car, we'll kind of sneak up on it. You know what I mean? We run at 60, 70, 80%, 90%, 100%. And then, you just kind of work your way up, make sure nothing crazy is going to happen. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to sneak up on this one. He's like, nope, you're going to go out there and run it 110%. I don't give a just go run it. I'm like, you got to tell me twice.
Yeah, if you're going to sneak up on it, you're not going to know what it's going to do. Just go out there and go as fast as you can possibly go. We'll go from there.
The first lap, or the second lap of the first practice session that I was in, we were 0.3 faster than anyone else. Mm-hmm. And we get back to the pits, and I was like, how was it? He's like, you just need to get out of the car. I'm like, damn, we were that bad. I'm like, this is yikes. We need to just go junk this chassis right now. And that's what we do at the end of the year.
That's right.
The chassis go to the old scrap metal graveyard.
Yeah, the museum.
Yeah, they do. They do not get sold.
Nope.
So that was pretty interesting. Did you honestly think that right out of the gate the car would be that fast?
No, I didn't. Truthfully, because we used basically almost the same thing we ran last year, just so I could get a feel for what it was going to do. But no, I did not expect to come out swinging as bad, as fast as we did.
Is there more in the tank then? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, there's always more.
No,
there's always more.
No, boy,
we can get more.
Home.
I've already been in contact. We're going to get faster.
Well, I complain. I complain a lot. Chase, this is what the car's doing. I needed to do this, and he fixes it.
Yeah.
That's honestly, think about it. Last season, that's why I won those races. Because I would come back and I would complain. I call it complain, but I would come back and be like, yeah, the car's doing this. And he's like, got it. And we don't have to sit there and discuss it and him and haul back and forth. That's like when you have a crew chief, that's your job. I mean, if you think about it, that is your job to just make me fast.
That's right.
Well, the less you know, the better too. At least that's how you
exactly with him. Yes, I don't tell him anything.
He doesn't just know it's fixed and go drive it.
I just give him his song he needs to listen to and tell him he's got a winning car.
About the Butterfly by Tech Nine.
Yep.
Remix.
That's a good song, dude.
I just tell him, you got a race winning car. Go do your job. I've already done mine. Have fun.
That's what we do.
If anything, I yell at him more than he yells at me. If he doesn't run the right line or whatever, I get on him. And I'm mad.
As you should be.
That's right.
Yeah. I didn't realize this, but last year during that 50 lapper, so we were running third place on 7 cylinders. We would have waxed some ass if we had 8 cylinders. Let me tell you that, because I was keeping up with with everybody.
I just thought you were maintaining.
I thought I was too until I'm like shit. It just don't feel right. So anyway, we had a wire or one of the spark plug wires or plugs that wasn't connected all the way. So it is what it is. And long story short, it fucked up the mag. The mag stopped. Whatever. I pull in the infield early. And I apparently, when I get mad, I see red, and I just don't even realize what I say.
I wish I was there for this.
Oh, dude, it's comical.
What did I get out of the car and say to you? Apparently?
Well, so when he pulled in first, he goes, how much fuel did you put in the car? I said, enough for you to make it, because it wasn't going to make it. Well, he goes, oh, what's the fuel problem? I'm like, no, it's not that. I can pretty much assure you it's not that. And then he looks right at me and goes, you're a stupid motherfucker. And then he said that, I said, I'm going to walk away, because I knew he doesn't mean it. He's just, it's spur of the moment. I understand that. I said, well, I'm going to walk away, because my problem is I'm trying to hold back laughing, because I know he doesn't mean it, but I don't want to laugh in front of his face, because then he's going to think I'm not taking it serious.
You're right. I'm a stupid motherfucker. Sorry.
Yeah. I just looked at him and said, all right, and walked away.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, no, obviously. I know, because the minute we got back to the trailer, you're fine. It's just that 5-10 minutes everyone needs to cool down.
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Yep. Would you consider me to have a temper?
No, not really. I mean, if anything, it's.
What are you looking at over there? Our audience over here is not agreeing, but I
guess it all just depends. Obviously, you're going to have a temper if something you can't control happens and it's unnecessary. Then yeah. But most of the time, I know how to keep you headstrong, where you need to be, where to focus.
How about we talk about that last year? Remember the 4-car, which I like him. We had our run-in. I had to say my shit. I had to blow up on social media, and which I don't do very often.
Of if you run with the clowns, you're in the circus or something.
I don't mean that. He's a nice guy. He really is.
I wasn't gonna say it.
He's a nice guy.
Best soundbite of the year.
Right.
I get a little bit out of shape. That's all.
Can we let the audience chime in on the anger topic or no?
What do you mean?
No, I felt like the audience had some comments about.
Yeah, well, I tell you what. Let's start with this. You tell us about the incident with the Ford when we had the red flag and he was running fourth, and I came from
the whole
16th that night.
Backstory in the heat race, we're running second, and he basically, now this is going to be really bad, drives like a 600 micro guy.
Chase,
you can't say that.
It's true. They all know it. Basically, knows he's not going to be clear.
Restart this.
Just keep going. Keep going at this point. Just keep going.
I didn't say any names. It's just all 600 drivers. They all know.
Just putting this out there. I don't have that opinion because I've never raced a 600 micro before. So
thank God. We wouldn't have enough cars. But anyway, knows he's not clear of a slider. Completely destroys the front wing on our car. We still finished 4th or something.
Yeah, we dropped like anchor.
Yeah. Comes in. He's highly upset. He goes, I'm going to get him in the feature. Well, most of the time when the driver says that, he's going to tear up his own car trying to wreck this guy. And normally the other guy's not going to get wrecked, and we're going to get our stuff destroyed for no reason. Mm-hmm. So we start 16th, 17th, something, and the guy starts up front. When he gets right behind him, luckily the red flag comes out. If it didn't, I knew I was getting ready to have to fix this car a lot because I knew he was getting ready to tear it up. So red flag comes out and he comes out there and he's hot and he's like, I'm going to get him. I said, dude, just drive right on around him. He's going to be more upset with you driving around him than you driving through him. Well, he's still not looking at it. He goes, how's my tires? I don't know how he doesn't realize it, but I don't even look at them. And I go, they're fine.
Great.
No, you said they're fine. They can win this race.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to do.
And he goes, perfect. Well, obviously we come back off of the restart, and what's he do? He drives right by him. And right then I was like, it was like a proud dad moment. I'm like, he actually listened. He actually listened. This is good. And we went on to win the race. And so, I mean, out of that was perfect. But, I mean, I know how to steer him because he definitely puts self-doubt in his head. And so as me as a crew chief, I need to make sure he's 110% focused. So, like, you need to be on your best behavior. You can't be taking away any of the focus on him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, excuse me.
That's a whole separate podcast.
Wait, like what would be the distraction that we're talking about?
Oh,
I got a 48-hour rule before the race that I broke before the mint. I was 24, but
yeah, and then you flipped.
yeah, but I still finished, which is technically winning.
Did he tell you about the first time we flipped for the first race? How we broke the prayer circle and we flipped?
Hold on, are you talking the first one where you screamed bloody murder?
Yeah, that one. He keeps ruining our races. He broke his 48-hour rule. He doesn't hold his hands to the prayer circle. You need to get your shit together.
I'm just saying, I'm not holding Chris's hand during prayer circle. It was weird. I didn't even know we were having like prayer thing at breakfast that morning. But next thing I know, like everybody's heads are bowed and like everybody's holding hands as I'm like shoveling like a fillet and eggs in my mouth, and I'm like, what the?
Hold on, so you wouldn't hold his hand during prayer?
No, I'm not holding another man's hand during prayer. It's not happening.
Should I say it then? But you're gonna grab his hips.
I didn't grab his hips. See, that's some bullshit he's making up right there.
No.
He needed to move the hell out of the way, and I pushed him.
With his hips? Full hip grabbing.
He's tall. His hips are like up here, bro.
Is that wrong?
He's 6'14".
6'14".
Big boy.
Or 7'2", whichever one you want to look at it.
Did you play basketball? Should have. It's just the Shit on CJ podcast today.
All right, so let's move forward with this. How many race wins do you think we're going to get this year?
So how many times are we racing?
Probably 25.
25. I would say the goal is to shoot for 10.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, we still have a brand new car. It's unproven race-wise. I know it can qualify like a champ. Qualifying, we got down pat.
Let's do single car qualifying Mid-Atlantic Sprint Series. I know y'all are watching this. Let's race like some men and women.
So, I mean,
because there are some women that race with us too. So
that is true.
Let's race like adults.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'd shoot for 10. You got to double what you did last year, which was 5. So we'll shoot for 10.
Multiplier. I'd say 15.
I like 15.
20. Okay. I mean, I think we got a good chance. You guys got your stuff figured out. There's no better dynamic in the pits between you guys. Like, I'm sure all the other drivers are like, oh, I need to know what's going on. You just do your shit. He drives. You win.
It really does. It does work. Our dynamic really does work, though. You think about it. I'm not like over. You come to me and say, hey, I need something. I'm like, all right, here's the debit card. Get it. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to do this. Okay.
Yeah, what's funny is what he doesn't like about me is just how I'm like a solid 5.
You're like a dead hard.
I don't get.
Well, now that your girlfri's here, it's like,
yeah, I'm at a 10.
I never knew you had a heartbeat or a heart at all until now.
Okay, Rose, what did you do to him?
Do we just like say this now? You and I have like come off of like being like the crazy ass 2 guys. And
yeah.
Now we got 2 women who have settled us right down.
Everybody's in a relationship. It feels good.
Yeah.
Everyone's all wifed up.
It's kind of crazy.
It's good. Everything's
really
good.
Even Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan's wifed up now too.
Yeah, I'm following Dylan's program.
I am
it's
too.
working. It's working a lot.
He's got a 12-step program. I'm on step 23.
Oh, yeah. I just started. So like I got to work my way up there.
I mean, I may or may not have gotten married in Vegas, but let's just put that out there. Chris, what do you think? Did I get married?
Yeah, of course you did. She's got the date and everything. She slipped up the other day. I don't think she meant to do that. Good job.
When are you getting married, Chase? Let's talk about that.
When am I getting married? Probably by next year.
Okay, so by next year.
Does it scare you, though, talking about it this soon?
No.
Okay, Rose, does it scare you at all, talking about marriage this soon?
When you find the one, it's the one.
Look at Dylan. He's like,
yeah. Exactly. Am I lying? When you got the one, it's the one. You know.
Yeah. Man, I used to shit on Dylan. I'm like, dude, 10 months in, and this dude like proposed. I'm like,
Yeah, now I'm like, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Give him a Nobel Peace Prize.
absolutely, yeah. He found the cure.
Proud of you guys. I didn't think you had it in you.
So,
I
well,
didn't
then
think I had it
essentially,
in
what
me
did
either.
you think about practice, Chris?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Honestly, I didn't see anyone going nearly as fast. Like he looked significantly faster than everybody.
Well, I mean, we can say this, and we're not going to say it. I mean, the person who's listening will know. But we were so fast, someone stopped practicing with us.
Really?
That
Is
was
that true?
weird. No, I actually noticed that, and then 3 or 4 people came up to us and was like, "Why did such and such not go out in any of your sessions that you went out in?" I'm like,
People are soft. People are getting real soft.
yeah, they are.
I can't wait to find out who it is. You just lose respect for people like that. Like, why not try to get better?
Well, that's the thing. I would want to be in that session.
I would get behind him and try to keep up with him. That would be my goal.
Think
See his
about
lines.
Well, think about this. When we were, when him and I first started like our driver crew chief combination, what did I do every practice session? I was behind only 2 people. I was behind Dave Brown or Kevin Nagy, and I would not follow anybody except them. And Dylan's got all the practice footage to prove that.
Or jump
I
in
would
front of them.
always be behind them, trying to learn from them, and that was that. I mean,
That's the only way to get faster, though.
yeah,
that's right.
exactly.
That's right.
Yep.
That's why I did racing my stuff. Same thing.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Ride
You
by
want
yourself.
to be with the best people because you're only going to get
Push
better.
you.
I'm not going to learn anything by passing the slower people and making myself feel better for 2.5 laps
Ego
in
boost.
practice.
That's it.
I mean, I get why people do it. You know what I mean? Like, it does feel good, but at the end of the day, think about that. That's why I do this trophy truck stuff. I'm challenging myself and my skill set in a different manner instead of just one facet of racing.
That's right.
I don't want to be known as the guy who just drove sprint cars. I want to be known as the guy who's like, damn, he drove everything.
And when's the last time the guy who stopped practicing won a race?
Never.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what, you don't want to get better?
Yeah.
It's hard to respect people.
Well,
like
it's
that.
also a thing like where I think Chase and I've got this figured out with each other. He knows what I like in a car, and he can look at the car now, and I don't even say anything. I truly do. All of last year, I never one time came in. The previous year, him and we spent what I call complaining, but I complain about the car. He fixes it, and then we're at the point now where he can see what the car is doing. And I've not one time come in and said, "Oh, it's loose, tight," nothing. I just drive the out of it.
Yeah, if anything, I just tell him before he goes out what it's going to do.
What's going on?
Like at Dixieland, hey, buddy, it's a little free. You might want to take it easy. And then once he tries to do a 360 in the corner. I don't need to see no more. I'm walking away.
What about on the feature? You because I can't run I can run the bottom, but I hate the bottom.
I was blown away, truthfully. Because I'm like, one day I'm waiting for it, and he's getting ready to just loop a 360 right here. Here it comes.
Well, does Dixieland actually have like a top, though?
Yeah, it does.
Who ran
The
it,
previous time we went there, that's all that was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you had to rip it lip the whole time.
You guys didn't really do it last time.
Where we finished third last time or something?
Yeah, third.
Yeah, third.
Yeah,
We're going back, right?
Yeah, we got like 3 times.
Yeah.
Also, I know a lot of y'all are thinking. I've had a lot of questions about this, and it's not. I don't want this to different circumstances in the racing world. People are going to think this is directed at someone when it's truly not. But a lot of people are asking, "Hey, are you going to run any of the Delaware races?" Because I think there's one at Delmar,
2.
one at Georgetown.
No, I think it's both Georgetown.
Oh, okay.
I don't think any is at Delmar.
So the first one we're missing at least.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I think we're missing both of them.
We are to Dixieland. So people are asking, hey, are you going to be at the Delaware races for my Delaware fans? And the answer is no. I've kind of got this cool friendship with Dixieland and some cool stuff that we do down there with them. So we're going to race at Dixieland on a Friday night, travel 6 hours down there, race, maintenance the car, drive 6 hours back to New Jersey, or not back to New Jersey, but up to New Jersey, race at Bridgeport. We're going to do that twice. And it's mainly, there's different things that we do with Dixieland that are, just really cool. And I love the racetrack and stuff. And it puts me in a weird spot because I'm not racing my hometown track, and also the series that I sponsor, Mid-Atlantic Sprint Series, is racing at that particular track. So today I called up Eddie and Erica, they own the Mid-Atlantic Sprint Series. And I asked Eddie, I was like, hey, man, I just want to be super transparent with you. I'm not racing with y'all this weekend. I've never raced at that racetrack they're going to this weekend anyway. So I never really ever planned to. And I'm like, I'm going to go to Port Royal instead. I said, I just want to make sure you don't have bad blood with me. I want to make sure you understand, like, I never went to this track before. I'm you know, it does look a little weird. I mean, truthfully.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, he was cool with it. He's like, no, man. He's like, you've never been there before anyway. So what's the change
Can you explain
now?
that? Like, what is there? I've never heard of a series or a racing where you can't go race wherever you want. Like, what would be the problem with that?
Some race series do have it to where if you're locked in at the beginning of the year, you have to race with that series or you're penalized.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, think about this. Every time that I've ever gone to Dixieland, I had to start dead last in the race.
Okay.
And that's because I don't have enough combined points to make that redraw or to even start and have points with that series. So
Seems like you're pushing.
basically, in a sense, they want to help their people who support them.
yeah,
Well, you're kind of punishing people who come from out of state and different places to try new tracks. It seems like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
It's
Yeah,
a
no.
double-edged sword. In a sense, I would be more thankful if I'm supporting the series that a guy who shows up can't start in front of me.
Yeah, but if he qualifies better than you, hey bud, good
Yeah,
job.
if there was qualifying, 100%.
I see both sides. It's a weird rule. I've never heard that before.
it's the 7th place trophy method in a backwards way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's truly what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are the people who are supporting you the most, you're taken care of. So we get it, but it's the same thing with Mid-Atlantic. We're redrawing 12 people. Well, the guy that is prospectively starting 12th probably does not deserve to be on the pole. But if he gets lucky enough to draw the pole, I'm against that 100%. Single car qualifying, and if the track can't accommodate it, then go somewhere else.
I don't
Put the
disagree.
fast guys up front. And my brother-in-law, Doug, and I, we have this conversation a lot. And I think I may have touched on this in a podcast before, or actually we didn't post that one. But, I mean, think about this. So, like, for everybody out there listening, it does look good. You know, when I came from 18th, 3 weeks in a row, 18th, 15th, and 14th, and finished second, yeah, it looks great. But imagine the battle I could have had with the leader if we would have been where we should have been.
Well, most of the time it's like that because you have your one person who starts up front who's fast. They just take off and run.
Exactly.
Well, then the people that are coming from the back to the front, they're already worn out by the time they get up there, and they can't catch that person. We don't have enough laps. Now, granted, if there's cautions and stuff, that helps, but normally it's not going to happen.
I'm just trying to like compare it to any other sport. Like, is there any other sport that does that? It, like, punishes the best players and people? It's weird, isn't it?
No, it'd be like the guy who hits a home run last week. We're gonna you're not allowed to bat till the 3rd inning.
Yeah, you score a touchdown, you get disqualified from the game.
Literally, yeah, you're thrown out.
It's
so
just
unique.
this bass backwards mentality that they have, and it is what it is. That's what it is. It's bass backwards.
Yeah, I mean,
you're penalized for doing well, and it's like, oh, it's better racing. It's really not, but I see where like my brother-in-law Doug comes from. That yes, it does. You got passing, but I think if your top 4 guys were all up there duking it out, like that's exciting to me.
Well, I mean, I'll say it like I said the last podcast. You talk to any fast person, they don't want to start in the back. They want to start. I want to start first, and I just want to run and hide.
And then
Exactly.
Another thing, like you're talking about these guys practicing and being upset that you're faster than them. You're not pushing that guy to go any better because he has 12 chances at getting on the pole.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. Like,
Yeah,
you make him
I
get
agree.
better.
You draw once to just figure out where you. If anything, with the whole Mid-Atlantic deal, we'll draw once. It's where you start for the heat race.
Exactly.
Outside of that, wherever you finish is where you start.
Yep.
You don't draw again.
Boom.
You only draw once.
I'd put contingency money up every single week if we could do single car qualifying.
Yeah, I mean,
Because that's how you line up. That's how you know you're going to be quick, and if you do your homework and you're not making mistakes,
well,
you can
they probably weren't happy with that because we were the second to last car to go out
with
We
the
set
worst track
We set
conditions.
the time where we did.
That was rough. I've never driven that hard in my life. Like I was driving.
Yeah, and the part is
it.
like the score didn't come up until like afterwards. I'm like, God damn, we're slow.
I know that's what I
I'm
thought
like,
too.
we're slow.
I took the checker flag and I slowed down, and then it finally populated up when I came back around. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At first, I was like scrolling down. I'm trying to find you. I'm like, oh, we're starting in the back,
and then
and then it refreshes, and I'm like, oh, there we are.
Stillwagon was the last person to qualify. He pulls up behind me and he's like, "Can you slow the down, Faison?" I'm like, "Yep, sure can."
Gotcha, man.
And then we won that feature that night.
Yeah. No, what was that?
Yeah, we won that feature. It was one of the twin 20 features.
Yeah, but it wasn't was that the one where we swept the weekend?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we swept Friday and Saturday night. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that was a good weekend, wasn't it, Chase?
It was. It was a really good weekend.
Real good weekend.
Mm-hmm.
God, if I could go back.
Don't you even start over there. I see you wanting to chime in on this.
Who is she?
No clue. All right, our next race is obviously Port Royal this weekend.
Yeah, Port Royal this
after
weekend,
that,
Saturday.
Easter
Bridgeport.
Eve. You think the turnout will be small?
I have no clue. I've
'Cause
never
of
even
Easter
been.
Not to what? What do you mean?
Because of Easter on Sunday, you think people will like not come to the race?
Oh, Oh yeah, you won't be there, will you?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
Pennsylvania people with sprint cars, they show up.
They show up. That's good. I just don't know.
It could be 10 degrees outside, and they show
They'll
up.
be there.
But if it's any other type of class,
It's Pennsylvania.
they ain't showing up.
It's a 5-hour drive from my house, and I kind of want to go.
Pennsylvania,
they got nothing
and
else to
sprint
do.
cars, hand in hand.
I'm serious. All the Pennsylvania people, it's like they're literally, if you don't own a sprint car or a sprint car racing fan, you better own a side by side because there's nothing to do in Pennsylvania.
or you have like
go like
skiing
count
or
leaves,
something.
skiing or count leaves in the backyard or
I think
something.
someone has something to say over here.
What?
Well, I mean,
she is from Pennsylvania. I didn't mean
hold on,
that.
I thought she was
actually,
from New Jersey.
yeah, I thought
No,
she-
hell no. Not the
that
armpit of
makes sense.
America.
That makes sense that you're not a. Because everyone from New Jersey's a.
Sorry, Dylan.
Look, Dylan over here.
You are from New Jersey, so now there's 3 people I know that aren't from New Jersey.
Damn.
Everyone else is assholes.
Hey, can I cover something real quick?
Sure, sure. Why not? At this point, go ahead.
Bro, last year at that the 2-day show that we won, so we end up sweeping the weekend.
Are you getting ready to talk at the camper?
Yeah.
Like, thank God I wasn't there.
Holy shit. So last year at the 2-day show at Bridgeport, we won both nights. So it's Saturday night. There's one more day to go on the weekend, which got rained out the next day. And I got my pit bike and I'm riding across the field and I only drink like 2 times a year, and I drank this time because like we were coming off of like a 5-win streak, like just boom, boom, boom. And anyway, I'm riding across the field on a pit bike and I was like, how I'm pulling the wheel out, do this, and obviously I lost my balance. And it's very dark in the field out front of Bridgeport, in case anyone was wondering. Well, I'm kind of like trying to get my bearings about me. I can hear the pit bike running after I fell off, but I don't know where it's at. I can hear it running. And I'm like looking around. I can't find this thing. I trip over the pit bike. It's still running. Get it up. Go. Park over there at Eddie Wagner and Erica's camper. And I parked the pit bike. And I just left the key in it, like right there. Well, what's that? What's the girl's name?
Are we saying names?
Yeah.
Christina Pratt.
Okay, Christina Pratt comes up. But she was a McVeigh before, right?
Sure.
Okay, that's
know.
why I didn't know like what name to say. So Christina Pratt comes up, and it was so funny. It wasn't at the time, but it is now. And she gets on my pit bike, starts it up. I wasn't thinking anything of it. I thought she was just gonna like rev it up or something, you know what I mean? And she pops this thing in gear, whiskey throttles, bro. Going through a crowd of people, like it looked like a Hollywood movie. Like people are like moving out of the way and shit like that. She goes, boom, hits this table full of food, slides under the table with the pit bike. And I mean, I'm not fazed by it for whatever reason. I'm like particular about all my stuff. She gets up, she's like, ah, and everybody's like cheering and shit. And there was a big pot of chili on top. If she'd have hit that, she'd have burnt herself all to hell. But anyway, she does that. I guess she was drunk too. I'm not sure.
I would hope.
I hope so.
Which is really bad.
it was funny as shit, man. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, that could have been really, really bad. Like she could have like run over somebody. And then this one guy comes up and he's like, was that your pit bike? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how do you feel about it? I'm like, I don't really care. Like, what's it really matter? You know what I mean? Like it's all good. So the night goes on and a bunch of other shit, but you know, that was a good
for
time.
Sure. There was a lot.
That
was a good time.
Of all the stories he tells like the lamest one.
Well, my handlebars were bent on the pit bike. So
No, it's pretty good, but there's just so many other good ones.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of other good ones.
Dylan got wasted.
Dylan was wasted. That was rough. I mean, if you think about it, like I really
And a
only
mess.
drink twice a year.
Yeah, a handful of
Max.
times you're ready to burn it down.
It's like this. If you're gonna like, I don't know. If you're gonna drink, hammer down.
But it's like, how'd you feel the next morning?
Felt like shit.
Walks outside in his underwear.
Yeah, and his
a
cowboy
hat.
boots,
Yeah.
cooking scrapple.
That's my normal attire right there. Feel comfortable in cowboy boots.
Boxers and cowboy boots. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, is that confirmed?
Confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Wow.
Chris knows. There's a cowboy hat on the door. Walk by quick.
I don't. Once I get in the house, I do not come out of my room. I know better.
If the music's playing, you just know. Keep to yourself.
The TV volume's at like
Keep to
83.
yourself.
I'm like, damn, I can't hear myself think in my room. Loud.
Hey,
Must be watching a good movie. No one's on the couch. That's weird.
speaking of not being able to hear, so in the trophy truck, Chris and I's hearing was.
We're permanently scarred.
I'm dead serious. Like we cannot hear. What lap was it when I radioed back to Brenthal's pit? What was it lap 2, right? because you were in the helicopter. And my second helmet was in the Raptor my Raptor she was driving back and forth between the airport and race pit one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in this like speed zone for like about, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile. And I noticed, I'm like, my ears are ringing, dude. Like ringing. Like it hurts. And like, I can't really hear the truck or anything like that. Well, one of the funniest parts was I radioed into Brenthal. I was like, this is race truck 269 to Brenthal. I was wondering if like my extra helmet is there. I want to grab it on lap 3. So 3 and 4, I can, maybe hear.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we don't have it here, yada, yada. But it was up. So the helicopter, she and some of the family heard it, and the helicopter pilot did too. So they were going to like come down. Did you all come down and deliver the helmet? How'd the helmet get there?
Yeah,
you did.
So that was lap 3. But beginning of 3, we got new tires, remember?
Yeah, beginning of 3, we got new tires. So we got some new grippers on, boy.
Big mistake.
That was a big mistake. Anyway, I can't hear worth of shit. So I've got all these microfiber rags in the truck, and I'm shoving them up the skirt of my helmet, up into the helmet. And I'm like, maybe this will work. Like a dumbass. So I'm anything to help me from hearing, right? And the truck is so loud, and we're screaming it through the desert. And I kept turning my volume up, and now I'm peaked out.
Yeah, he's playing with it. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, we got to drive.
I'm peaked out. I ripped the button off of it. I'm like, so anyway, we keep on going. Lap 3 comes around. We got new tires. Well, I almost switched my helmet on lap 3, but I'm like, no, I don't need it. We're doing good, right? And we got new grippers, aka tires. And as I'm going through the desert, we're hauling ass. We go around to this one section, and it's just whooped out like bad. We're whooping through there. Wow, just getting the beat out of us, right? And then we get to a 180 turn, and the sand was as tall as the damn ceiling in here, right? And I go in there at 8 miles an hour and roll the truck on its side. I'm like, we're on your side. So we rolled over onto his side.
As always.
At at 8 miles an hour.
He's stepping all over me again. Out of the truck.
And Chris finally, for once, he did not panic.
What'd I do?
I said, you good? He said, yep, I sure am. And he cups his hands like this.
He was praying to God. He was praying to God.
No, I literally said, I'm not going to freak out.
He's like, thank you, God. Please save me.
I don't want to die. Like
he said, I'm not going to freak out. And he just did this with his hands. So then, check this out. Greatest part was, I get out of the truck, helicopter around me, just all this. And I'm like, oh shit, we flipped at a part where there's like 7 photographers. I'm like, this is perfect, bro. I can't hear, okay?
I didn't know
Put your fingers in your ears. That's what I could hear. Both of your fingers in your ears, tight as you can. That's what I could hear. And then white noise, just I couldn't hear shit. I'm running around to all these photographers. I need your help to flip this truck over. And they're like, I got a $15,000 camera. They're putting that in the sand and putting all these cameras down, right? So I get 7 photographers to get over there, and Chris is just now getting out of the truck. And I said, we're going to push this over.
The 7,000-pound truck, we're going to push it over.
So, yeah. Well, it was like about 1,000 pounds per person. I was thinking this is theoretically going to work, but
in the sand.
In the sand. So anyway, I kept the one guy backed his truck up after we all tried to flip it over, and it didn't even move or budge. And then I'm talking to Chris. I'm like, is he going to get his truck? And
freaking out. He's freaking out.
And I'm because we're doing good on time. I'm like, we ain't losing this shit. Mm-hmm. So then he's like, I said, what? He's like, yeah.
He was so mad.
I was so mad because I couldn't hear him. So then the guy, he gives me the rope, and I tied it around the truck arm of the actual truck, and he tried to pull it over, couldn't get it. And this other guy came with his other truck and pulls it over. And I told him, I looked at him because he's got his helmet off. I've never took my helmet off yet because we were going to get in this truck and burn it down, bud. Mm-hmm. So I said, get your shit on.
No, you said you get your helmet on because when the truck flips over, we're going. He said it 3 times. Get your fucking helmet on. I was like, okay.
And then
I'm trying to breathe.
I thought I wasn't yelling loud enough because he wasn't doing it. Mm. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm just talking too soft. So I'm like, get your helmet on so we can go. Truck flips over. Just enough for the oil to get back down. Yep. Fired that up. And like, I'm on him. I'm like, put your seatbelts on. Hurry up. I don't even know if he was really strapped in or not. I took off.
The GPS wasn't even on yet. The GPS was off. I had to turn it on. I couldn't see anything. I'm like, bro, I have no GPS right now. He's just like, oh, let's go.
I'm like, I kind of remember this part of the course. You know what I mean? We're on lap 3 right now. So say I don't just cuss at you.
Yeah.
No, we all get it. Yeah. Don't take it personal.
I don't. You got to have thick skin. It's just part of
he's
it.
not gonna leave me there. I was like, I'll get in when I'm ready. So whatever. No, I had my hair was in my face. I couldn't see, so I had to take the helmet off, get my hair out of the way because we just flipped. There's sand everywhere.
Oh boy, good times.
It's just like we were doing so good. We should have just left the tires alone.
I know. I came in and they're like, "Do you want tires?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want tires. We're gonna have a little bit more grip in this sand."
I wanted them to though because we were riding through some rough rocky sections. It probably helped us. We didn't get any flats.
No, that was actually pretty good. The next podcast that you all are going to watch is actually us talking about the Mint 400, and I think that'd be pretty fun. So, do you have anything to say about the 2023 sprint car season and what's to come?
Want to tell us how you tell everybody how you left us for like a week?
Do I really need to talk about that?
We're good. Tell us about your relationship. Let's hear about this.
Oh, jumping right in.
Oh, okay. That's no problem.
Look, he's getting all amped up. He said, "Oh, hang on, let me
no problem.
sit up real
Girlfriend?
quick."
Yeah.
And
That's no problem. I can talk
My
about
wife.
it. That's fine.
all right, so you all met and hung out and all this.
Yes, we met
and-
through social media, and it was the time that my parents were in Daytona. So, obviously, I always, my whole philosophy is if you make them laugh, you have a shot.
Hey.
Did you do that?
So I came in with the comical approach.
Yeah,
What'd
what
you
did
say?
you say?
Can we get screenshots?
I don't even remember what I actually said.
You got
Do you
screenshots?
remember what I said? I don't, but I obviously said something corny.
Oh,
Yeah, so I basically say something like that, made her laugh. But the worst part was I thought it was a bot. When I
oh
met
no,
her. Didn't actually think it was a real person.
catfish, getting catfish.
That's
right
what
now.
I thought,
Yep.
coming into it.
Watch so many episodes now. You gotta be careful.
Yeah. I watch Dateline NBC. I know what's happening.
Oh,
Hey, this is Chris Hansen with Dayline NBC.
Take a
Have
seat.
a seat.
So, obviously, slid in, got safe. It wasn't out. Got her Snapchat and phone number from there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
boy.
snap!
go.
The snap! You dirty dog.
Yeah, got both of that.
Oh, man.
And then her, the first, I guess you want to say the first date or the first time I met her, she came over. And we hung out for a little while. And then I did such a good job that she came over the following day.
Wait, back the up. Hang on.
Oh yeah, we need some details.
Excuse me. You did such a good job.
Oh,
Not that way. Not that way.
Okay.
You sick.
No. Every
No, it's
person
not-
in the comments is going to think that.
No, no one's going to. They think that of you.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not even.
Some of us are normal people here.
I'm normal.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the count?
I don't know.
Gotcha.
33.
Of how many times I've cussed today. Yes, 33 times.
Yeah, and then from there, I technically asked for her to be my girlfriend on.
Wait, you did ask.
Oh, you did. So this
I
isn't
did.
like we're just assuming.
No, so I did.
Is
I
it
did-
Facebook official?
So see, like the best part about it is,
It's not official.
Wait, who's
Do
hiding
you-
something
do
then?
you all
Wait, are we
think-
Facebook official?
No, she said no.
oh no, I don't. How do you even do that?
Oh, stop it.
I swear to God, I don't know how to do that.
That's a big deal.
Well, when we get our photo shoot pictures done, we're gonna make it all like one big giant post about
I
it.
got one. We took one this weekend. The Titanic.
Oh, true.
I'm throwing that up. Yeah, that's a
good one.
Look at them. Look at them.
But
That's a good one.
Yeah.
then on St. Patrick's Day, I was like, oh, I'm lucky. It's like 4-leaf clover. She's my 4-leaf clover. Found out.
Oh gosh, damn! I'm gonna
So
cry.
she was my girlfriend that day for that.
That's the cutest shit I ever heard.
And so that was the official day that we
Mother.
became boyfriend girlfriend.
Chase has smiled more in 1 week than I've seen him smile a whole year.
He never used to smile.
No, he was a 5. Now he's like
He
a
would-
7 and a half.
He smiled one time. That was a dad's race in Victory Lane. Every time I was in Victory Lane, he's like,
Or some donuts. He smiled or some donuts.
and then
Oh,
now he's
hell
like
yeah.
this the whole time. He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
cheesing like a mother.
I'm gonna go work on the car.
Dude,
Change
life
the
is
tires.
good. Life is amazing. I couldn't be any happier, honestly.
I'm getting all emotional and shit.
I'm not
over
gonna
here.
lie though. When we did switch the lines up, I was like, "Oh, here we go, a long night." When you're like, "Oh, the car." When I stepped down on practice, you're like, I step on the motor and just, I'm like, "Here we go. It's gonna be a long night."
He did say that.
Yeah, and then we switched it, and it was good.
Yeah, man.
I could drop down to a 5, and it was gonna be a normal 5.
Yeah, he got down depression chase again. I was like, oh no.
And then you
Came
took
out.
off, and I'm like, "Oh, we're good." I just
Good.
ramped back up.
I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad. That's good for you.
Yeah, life is amazing. I can't complain at all.
Damn, K Rose, you are just doing it to him, aren't you?
Magic.
Every day I say something corny to make her laugh and all that. I keep doing my part.
Is that the secret? What's the
man.
secret to a good, healthy relationship? Just making her laugh?
I guess in a sense, never showing them that you're content.
Damn, Chase. What's up? Who are you?
Who are you? You all right? You
Always in a sense, I drop like some some like, pickup lines and stuff to her to make her seem like I'm still trying to pull her every single day.
Does he do that?
Dylan taught me that.
Wow.
that was like day 3.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing all right? Yeah.
I wish I had a 4th camera so I could show the crowd right now. What's it like having your girlfriend at the races, like compared to not having it?
So technically, yeah.
Yeah, let's hear this part.
So
I'm interested to hear this.
Technically, this weekend was the first time I've ever brought a significant other to the races with me.
Yeah, easy there.
Wow.
He's brought many women, but his significant other, apparently he's not. What's that?
Do you really want to open the line for this subject?
Yes, we do. We do. Bring it on.
Think about what you're saying of bringing people around.
Oh, we could talk about that one weekend.
Yeah, where I did my job.
I did my job.
I did my job.
We did our jobs.
Yep. I was given a job, and I completed my task.
Task Force 2 over here. Take
Yeah.
care of business. Gotcha, bud.
I was nervous because
Yeah, let's hear this.
because in a sense, a lot of people they don't realize it, but I take racing as like a job.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's not. It's
a job.
Most
It's a job.
people think of racing as a hobby. Well, the only way I'm enjoying life is if we're doing good. If we're winning, I maybe become a 6 out of a 5.
That's like 5.3.
Yeah.
Okay, easy.
Even if we win, there's still something we could have done better.
Yep.
So I'm like, man, I wonder if I'm going to be like a the whole time. Like she's going to come up, ask me
Yeah.
something, and I'm just going to be my even
Were
keel
you?
5.
he was a little focused a couple times. Like he was kind of like, you could tell.
Yeah.
Don't mess with him right now. He's changing something.
Well, that was the thing when you came in. I'm like, oh, here we go. Like those old problems. I'm like, this is going to be a long weekend. And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to act with me and stuff like that. But no, honestly, I try to do my part. Of obviously, the car is priority number 1. And it's a great thing that she understands that. And it's
It is,
perfect if
yeah.
you have somebody that understands all that and it's the way it should be. But no, I mean, truthfully, it was better knowing afterwards that I had somebody there to like,
take Titanic pictures with and stuff.
yeah, have a photo shoot with in front of a Hoosier Tire and stuff like that. And then,
I'm loving this.
someone at night that you can talk to.
So you had her there. Did y'all cuddle?
We did.
Chase was making some noises. He was very happy. He's sleeping. He's all just like, just happy. You can see him.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I did take melatonin and NyQuil because the allergies have gotten to me.
Damn, son.
So I was trying to sleep good because maybe in a sense, most people don't realize the following morning I get up probably 7:30. He tells me to wake him up.
Every time.
I'm not going to.
He never has.
Don't wake the bear.
Yeah, don't even touch him. I don't try to bother him. And then I just start working. But I don't know. It was a little harder getting out of bed the following morning.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it made it easier that it was pouring rain outside, so I couldn't do anything anyway.
True.
He's in love.
He's deep. Deep in love.
I enjoy it. She might be coming this weekend to Port
Dang.
Royal.
Oh, that's cool.
Go,
I
boy.
like seeing my friends happy. At the end of the day, as long as my friends are happy, I'm happy. TJ's pretty happy too.
You damn right I'm happy, buddy.
It's just something I never thought I would see. It just happened so fast. It kind of catches me off guard. The first couple weeks, I was like, this can't be like lasting a while. But now I understand it, and I'm like, okay, this is it.
I won the lottery.
Yeah,
You said that a lot,
every
yeah.
single day.
Yep.
I won the lottery every day when I wake up.
Bingo.
Dylan has too.
Look, me, you, and Dylan are all like this. Why aren't you shaking your head?
I'm shaking my head. I won the lottery too.
Okay.
We're all in
I'm just
relationships
making
now.
sure.
I just never thought it would happen.
I know. This is weird. Like, it's like,
It was just me for a while, and then
I've kind of been like the wild horse running through the desert, and finally have.
Someone tamed you.
tamed. He's been tamed.
So you're done running free too, huh?
Absolutely.
So what do you think is going to be like? I mean, you've had girlfriends at the track, but like, do you think it's going to change anything for you on race day? Does it make it easier for you? Does it make it? Are you more relaxed? Like, what do you think it's going to be?
I think what I like about this one for him is she's gonna be straight up to him. If he sucked, she's gonna tell him you sucked. And I like that. She's not going to be that one that's like, oh, honey, you did amazing.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
The way you flipped that car was so hot.
I love when you get 12th place.
Yeah, no, this one's going to be, I guess, more brutally honest than me.
Yeah.
And I like that.
That's actually the truth. Yeah. I think for me, I think it brings like she's already brought so much structure to my life, like in a very short amount of time. But, when you're at the track, like, for instance, in Vegas, I like the night before qualifying or the actual race. Oh man, I was pissed. I was just livid. And truthfully, out of 9 people in that house, there was only one person that could have talked me down like she did. I mean, she talked me off the freaking deep end because I was losing it.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, you know, people can do like wild shit to me and it doesn't faze me because like, I don't know, just other reasons. But then shit like that, I'm like, I just, yeah, she definitely was the saving grace for all of us because I was pissed.
I know you wouldn't talk to me or Dylan. We're just like,
We go ahead and wrap this podcast up, folks.
Sweet.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been
Gotta
real
get back
fun.
to work.
Yep. I love it, man. I love it. This is good. K Rose, thank you for coming out here and supporting our man over here.
you want to say anything about Chase before we go?
Yeah. Just give us a little one-liner about
like,
Chase.
something.
Just one line.
Come here. Say it right into this microphone.
One line.
Please.
You have to.
That's not a good one line. We need a better one.
we need
than
a
that.
good
Yeah.
one-liner.
Can you just come in the camera frame with him and just like,
Hold on, they couldn't hear that they were talking.
she went right for it. You guys, I'm not going back out of this building in the back there.
Okay,
They're
hang
back
on.
there.
Can I get a one-liner? Don't roast me.
I don't know. I think you guys are going into a pretty positive season. So you're starting strong. Let's end strong.
Wow, look at that positive Pete over there.
I love
that was
that.
amazing. Yeah.
Positive Priscilla.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Wow, positivity. That's
Look at her
good.
face. She's like,
All right, all right. Well, then we can't leave him out. Dylan, just one line.
yeah, one-liner.
Thank you, Dylan.
Anything.
Just anything. You can be controversial, whatever you want to do.
All right. Well, first I got proposition. You get 18 wins this season. I'll get that tattooed on me. What's your name?
All right, I'll tell you, if I win 18 races this season, okay. I'm gonna
He
drive
wants
like
CJ
a,
tattoo. He's getting that.
I'm gonna drive like a bat out of hell now.
That's
You gotta be
happening.
fixing some shit.
I think to make it even better too, you tattoo it on him.
We'll do stick and poke.
No, hell no. That's gonna take too long.
No, a little one. Just a little.
Wait. What was it saying? I can get what tattooed on you?
I'll get the whole Dirt to Desert, the trophy truck, and everything like the sticker tattooed right on.
No, do the other one. Do
And
the
then
C
at
one.
the bottom, I want C Daddy. Deal?
He said you say it, you'll do it.
You say it.
You call him that. You're like, hey, what's up?
I do not call him that.
What about the package you got? It was on the package.
Yeah, from my dad.
Your dad calls it to him. I mean,
That's expired now. It's expired now.
Yeah. Would you like to explain
It's
why
expired now.
the C Daddy nickname?
it's canceled.
It's canceled. We're canceled.
Thank
you.
God.
Life is too short, so make sure you focus on all the positives and have a kick-ass year.
Yes.
Life is
I'm down
stable.
with it.
start
Life
crying.
is stable. I know. This is emotional ass podcast now.
I mean, look, Dylan, the best part is you make a deal with him, he won't follow through with it. Because I told him if we won, he'd shave my head, and my head's still here.
Let's do that today.
Huh?
I'll make him follow through.
Oh, yeah? Now we're being a negative Nancy over there. You were positive Priscilla, now you're negative.
Dude, she's come into my life and cleaned up so much just loose ends.
Yeah, I was
That's
blown
right.
away. I thought he was
That's
doing
right.
it.
Actions speak louder than words.
That's right.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Okay, Rose, will you still love him if he has a shaved head?
A shaved head? Yeah.
Okay. We're doing it.
Deal.
Perfect.
All right. We love
See you
y'all
guys
so
at
much.
the racetrack.
We'll see you at the racetrack in the next podcast. Port Royal. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh.